the 28th of September 1958, delegates from the following federation: Germany, Belgium, Brazil, France, Greece, Italy, Monaco, Portugal, Switzerland, the United States of America, and Yugoslavia met in Brussels on the occasion of the Congress of the Independent International Confederation, gathering all underwater disciplines: the Sports Committee, Scientific Committee, and the Technical Committee. With this aim, a decision to establish the Confédération Mondiale des Activités Subaquatiques, or World Underwater Federation, was taken, in brief, CMAS. In 1984, the Philippines, through Aqua Tropical Sports Resort, was confirmed a member of the Cmas headquarters in Europe. Ms. Zuniga, together with Mr. Philip Rodriguez and other diving instructors, formed the Philippine Cmas Federation. The system of Cmas International Diver Certificates exists to allow divers who have been trained in accordance with the standards of Cmas to have the qualification recognized in countries throughout the world. In a Cmas one-star diver course, or commonly called open water diver course, the student must have the basic understanding of pressure-volume relationships and their effect on the diver and his equipment, what the body needs to sustain life, and the complications caused by being underwater, the purpose, function, and features of the scuba diving equipment to be used in the course, the rules of safe diving, self-help, and elementary rescue procedures, the techniques of no decompression diving. In this video, a step-by-step procedure will be introduced on how to use the self-contained underwater breathing apparatus, or the scuba unit, and the proper skills to be able to see, breathe, and swim underwater to become a confident and proficient scuba diver. The basic equipment. The mask. The mask is used to clearly see underwater, since human eyes are not designed to work well when submerged in water. It is made from high-quality tempered glass and has a positive locking device to be able to adjust the strap accordingly. It has a nose pocket or finger wells to allow equalization of the ears and the sinus pressure to prevent mask squeeze. It varies in shapes and designs to contour the face. The silicone skirt should mold the face evenly to prevent the water from coming in. The snorkel. The purpose of the snorkel is to be able to breathe comfortably while the head is half submerged, thus keeping the seabed in sight. The flexible hose with the mouthpiece is attached to the left side of the mask strap with a snorkel keeper. It has a bore or tube and a relief valve to keep the water out of the mouthpiece with each exhalation. The wetsuit. Underwater, we lose body heat 25 times faster than on surface. The exposure suits, or simply called wetsuits, are designed to slow down heat loss and maintain body temperature underwater. The two types of neoprene suits are full suit and shorty, with thicknesses ranging from 0.5 millimeters to 7 millimeters. Wetsuits or lycra suits are worn to protect the divers from the heat of the sun, stings, and scratches. The fins. There are two types of fins: full foot and open heel fins. Open heel fins are designed for scuba diving and are worn with neoprene booties. The fit of the fins must not be too tight to avoid problems with circulation, which could lead to sensitivity to cold temperature or cramps. Plastic and rubber fins differ in performance. Plastic fins are designed for beginners with weaker leg strength, while the rubber fins give greater performance in current dives and gives additional balance underwater. Weights are important in skin or scuba diving. The appropriate weight added to a diver compensates the buoyancy of the body and equipment used, which allows the diver to descend. The weight belt is composed of the nylon webbed belt, the lead weights, and the quick release buckle. Weights can also be integrated into one's BCD. Now, let's proceed with the main gear. A buoyancy compensator device, or BCD, is used to hold the scuba cylinder in place and to keep the buoyancy of the diver constant irregardless of the changes in depth. There are two types of BCD, the jacket type and the back inflated BCDs. The regulator system enables the diver to breathe underwater. It comes with a first stage, the primary air source, an alternate air source or octopus for backup in case the primary air source malfunctions or you need to share your air with another diver with a low air supply. A low pressure hose attached to the pin of the balanced inflator of the BCD to adjust buoyancy, and the submersible pressure gauge or SPG to monitor air supply available. The scuba cylinder. The scuba cylinder or scuba tank is a container that allows the diver to carry compressed breathable air underwater. It is made of aluminum and has a valve to regulate airflow with a 3000 psi of compressed air. This cylinder should be visually inspected for signs of corrosion every year and hydrostatic test every 5 years for pressure resistance. Markings are made to ensure proper maintenance was observed. Some of the accessories used underwater are balloons, which marks a diver below, a knife to untangle oneself underwater, or to call the buddy's attention by banging the tank, and the dive computer to monitor depth, total bottom time, elapsed time, surface interval time, ascent rate, time to fly, and the compression limits, which are very essential in safety diving. Gear bags are important in protecting the diver's equipment. It should be spacious and durable enough to hold all equipment. Now, let's start with the equipment hookup. Remove the dust cover or tape from the valve. Check the O-ring. Check the compressed air. Start setting up the BCD. Check the backpack if it's leveled to the neck of the tank. Lock the BCD. Lift the BCD for proper grip. The primary and alternate air source must be at the right side. Low inflator hose or SPG on the left. Unscrew the yoke and remove the dust cover. Set the first stage to the port of the valve. Be sure to apply finger-tight grip only when you tighten the screw yoke to prevent the O-ring from breaking off. Secure the low inflator hose. Pull. Insert to the pin of the balanced inflator. Push to lock. Always remember to secure the SPG before opening the knob of the valve. Turn the knob counterclockwise with partial pressure. When the pressure is felt, make a full turn, then quarter turn clockwise. Check pressure. Check the primary by purging, then inhale through the mouthpiece for air supply. Do the same procedure with the alternate air source. Pump the inflator button of the balanced inflator for air supply. Secure the SPG, alternate air source together with the primary, then lay down the gear sideways. Be sure to secure all your equipment in one place. Disassembly. Let's presume that your gear is wet. Close the knob of the valve. Release pressure from the primary or octopus. Detach the low inflator hose and all releases. Unscrew the yoke. Be sure to squirt air to the port of the primary and dust cover. because it might damage the regulator when water comes in, and tightly cover the first stage with the dust cover. Pull out the regulator and roll it. Unlock the BCD and pull it out. Be sure to place the tank in a safe and shaded area before washing your equipment. Snorkel clearing. To learn how to clear your snorkel, your instructor needs to assist you. Inhale through the mouthpiece while facing down. Hold your breath. Your instructor will tap your shoulder before pushing you down. In this procedure, water will go inside the snorkel. When you ascend, blow through the mouthpiece to pop out the water from the bore and relief valve of your snorkel. The flutter kick is commonly used by new divers. It's easy. Just do slow, wide, alternate kicks. Always make a downward force whenever you kick. Slightly bend your knees, and your ankles must be flexible. When you are comfortable using the flutter kick, you can also do the frog kick. By slightly pulling your knees, make a circle motion and kick in to propel. When you skin dive, the best entry is to make a 90-degree position or tuck dive. First, make a swimming position. Breathe through your snorkel. When you are ready, take a deep breath and hold it. Be sure to bend your torso. With your feet together, lift your fins to make a 90-degree position. When your fins enter the water, start finning down and don't forget to equalize your pressure. When you reach the bottom, make an upright position. Right hand up, look at the surface to establish airway, and release air from your mouth. Humming is the best way to do this, and the least amount of air that you can release to reach the surface. If you don't do this, your lungs might expand when you hold your breath while ascending. As you reach the surface, make a plane out position and start popping your snorkel. Entries. There are 4 types of entries. The seated back roll entry, giant stride entry, standing front roll entry, and the standing back roll entry. Let's begin with the underwater skills. Regulator recovery 1, sweeping, blowing. Inhale through your mouth. Ditch your regulator. Be sure that the primary is upside down to prevent free flow of air. Hum to prevent headaches. Lean to your right, then sweep your arm to the right. Grab the primary and put it back into your mouth, then blow gently to dump the water to the exhaust T. Regulator recovery 2, sweeping, purging. Just do the same procedure, but when you put back in the primary regulator, be sure to push the purge button of your primary to dump the water. You don't need to blow, just purge it. Reaching, blowing. Lean to the right. Sweep your right arm, then reach for the low pressure hose near your first stage. Extend the hose and put back the primary into your mouth, then blow to clear. Regulator Recovery 2. Reaching, Purging. All of the regulator recovery exercises are applicable when your primary accidentally comes out of your mouth underwater. It depends on the situation on how you recover it. In this exercise, you just have to recover it by reaching the hose near the first stage, extend and put it back, and then purge it. Mask Clearing 1 enables the diver to clearly see the underwater and also to lessen the pressure to prevent mask squeeze. Inhale through your mouth. Block your nose to prevent from choking. Head down. Open the upper portion of the mask for the water to go inside. Tilt your head up. Press, then blow through your nose gently. Mask Clearing 2. Inhale through your mouth. Block airway from your nose. Head down, open mask. Tilt head, open the lower portion of the mask, then blow gently through your nose. Mask Recovery 1. When you're comfortable clearing your mask, mask recovery is very easy. Ditch your mask. Drop it. Recover it with your right thumb. Gently pull the mask with your left hand to secure the strap. Check nose pocket with your left. Put on your mask holding the strap with your left hand and right hand holding the mask frame. Clear the mask using the first or second clearing procedure. Check the strap if it's not twisted. Mask Recovery 2. In this exercise, if your mask strap accidentally snapped loose or broke loose, you can still manage to put on your mask without the strap and exit the water. Weight Belt Exercise 1. You can apply this exercise underwater or at the surface during boat diving. When boat diving, jump into the water with your basic gear. Don your equipment by applying the overhead replacement. Put on your primary regulator and wear your weights with this procedure. Weight belt exercise 2. This is another way of putting on your weight belt. This is useful while doing the ditch and don exercise. Octopus sharing. This rescue skill is very important. When a diver is low on air, you and your buddy can share air while ascending. Emergency ascent. An emergency ascent can be executed provided that you don't ditch your weight belt because it's too dangerous to ascend rapidly. When you reach the surface, do the oral inflation or the bobbing method. Again, while skin diving or using scuba, do not ascend too fast. Your lungs might be damaged. That can cause pulmonary barotrauma or embolism. Always exhale. Ditch and don. This skill can be very useful when you are entangled in a fishing net, in a shipwreck, or any kind of obstruction underwater. Never hold your breath while going up because this might cause lung rupture injury. This is a confidence builder exercise. As mentioned and seen earlier, you can replace your weight belt this way during ditch and don exercise. This is how to don your equipment the basic way. Another way of donning your gear is by applying the overhead replacement. When using a back-inflated BCD or weight-integrated BCD, there is no need to do the weight belt replacement when donning your gear. Buoyancy, hovering, 3 types. Buoyancy is an important skill that a diver must learn to keep your buoyancy constant regardless of the changes in depth. Through breathing, you can maintain or adjust your buoyancy. You have to readjust your buoyancy by inflating or deflating with the right amount of air. After practicing the buoyancy through breathing and adjusting the balanced inflator, you can apply the 2 skills by swimming to mid-water and applying both to maintain neutral buoyancy. Gearing up and buddy check. Never dive alone. Together with your designated buddy, start gearing up and don't forget the buddy check. Check the cylinder if it's open. Check the primary, octopus, and BCD if they are all working properly, and if all releases are all attached. Of course, proper orientation and briefing is needed before diving. Left over right knee and right over left. This is the proper way of putting on your fins with the support of your dive buddy. Boat entry. After putting on your basic and main equipment during boat diving, you have to consider the 5 points for a safe entry. First, put on your mask and half inflate your BCD. Second, primary regulator. Third, secure your SPG, octopus, and weights with your left hand. Fourth, clear, meaning no obstruction before entering the water. Lastly, secure primary and mask with your right hand. If your SPG and Octopus have keepers, you can secure your mask strap with your left hand. The best entry is the easiest and safest method depending on the height of the boat and water condition. After surfacing, fully inflate your BCD, regulator out, then give the OK sign. 5 points descent. The 5 points descent procedure is required to be safe before entering the water. Acknowledge if you're okay. Put on your regulator. Get a reference before going down. Check watch or computer. Down signal, lift your deflator, and equalize. Boat exit. When exiting to the boat, release the weights first, then your gear. To exit, you can simply go up the stairs or use the pull-up exit. Negative entry. In a negative entry from the boat, you have to release all the air from your BCD for you to descend properly all the way. Descending rapidly has no negative effect on the diver as long as you equalize pressure. While ascending, just fin up slowly. A mandatory safety stop is at 18 feet for 3 minutes, required to reduce the risk of decompression sickness, and this will give the diver enough surface interval time, or SIT, before doing the next dive. After your open water certification, you can move up to the next level by following the Cmas flow of education. Scuba diving is fun and enjoyable, yet a serious sport. Upon meeting all the requirements needed, awareness of basic skills, and safety measures, one can become an open water diver and have an amazing underwater experience.